Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I wanted to show you a stitch, a very easy stitch, one row repeat, but this we're gonna have to work in rounds. If you are to work this flat, it's not gonna look the same. Yeah, you can work this in flat. All you have to do is to chain how you say odd number. Yeah, and with this in rounds we have to chain odd numbers too. Yeah, it's really nice, this one. So in here it's where I joined the foundation single crochet chain. You can chain only chains if you don't want to do the foundation single crochet, and it looks like this. The other side will be like this, so you choose which side you like. Yeah, I like this one. It looks a little bit better, I don't know, nicer. Okay, so with this, like I said, we have to chain odd numbers. So I have here, I did the foundation single crochet and I have 21 stitches here. So after you do the foundation chain, or you put the only chains, you're gonna take this after you finish and you put the odd number. We're gonna go through this line, you're gonna pick up a loop, and then you're gonna take like this and twist it like that and bring it into the circle. Make sure that it's not twisted, and you're gonna go through the first chain here, the one that we started. Yeah. So then you're gonna take the yarn and you're gonna pull the yarn through that chain, the first chain, and then pull this through this one. Yeah. And then yarn over and do like a single crochet, and then we're gonna go to the first stitch here, this one, the first stitch, and you're gonna do a slip stitch again. Yeah, and it's gonna look like this. I like to keep the tail because I know exactly where I joined. Yeah, so it's gonna look like this. Then we're gonna chain one, yarn over the hook. We're gonna skip the next stitch. We're gonna skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch we're gonna do a half double crochet. Chain one, yarn over the hook, skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch we're gonna do a half double crochet, and we're gonna do like this until we finish this row. So chain one, and again yarn over the hook, skip the next stitch, and into the next half double crochet. Chain one, skip the next stitch, and into the next half double crochet. Chain one, and we're gonna do like this, skip the next stitch and into the next half double crochet. Chain one, skip the next and into the next half double crochet. It's just one row repeat, this row. So skip and into the next half double crochet, chain one, and so on. So skip the next stitch and into the next half double crochet, chain one, so skip the next stitch and into the next half double crochet, chain one. So skip the next stitch and into the next right here. Yeah, so skip this one and into the next we're gonna do a half double crochet, and we are at the end here where we join the foundation chain. Chain one, and now we're gonna work now. So this stitch is worked only through the stitches that we skipped the previous row. So yarn over the hook, I'm not gonna join, I'm not gonna slip stitch, I'm not gonna do anything. So we're gonna go to this stitch that we skipped, yeah, this one, and we're gonna do a half double crochet. So this is the row that you're gonna repeat on and on. Chain one, yarn over the hook, skip this half double crochet and move to the stitch below that we skipped right there, and do a half double crochet, chain 1. So skip this half double crochet and then move to the chain that we skipped and do a half double crochet, chain 1, and so on. You skip this half double crochet and you move to the stitch that we skipped from the previous row and do a half double crochet, chain 1, and so on. It's a very easy stitch, but it gives a nice texture and a nice design. So you're always gonna work into the stitch from the previous row that you skipped. I think this is nice if you work with let me see, with a thicker yarn. And I have I didn't show you a sample, but I will show you later how it looks with a thicker yarn. Yeah. So yarn over the hook, you skip this and you move to the next stitch that you skipped and you do a half double crochet, chain 1, and again we're gonna skip this and we're gonna move to the stitch that we skipped. And it's very dense, this one. So if you want to do a basket with this stitch, nothing is gonna fall out. There are no openings. Yeah. And I'm working now with a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook because this yarn recommends this crochet hook. But I cannot tell you the size of the yarn because I live in Japan and Japan doesn't label the yarn size. So again, you're gonna skip this and you go to the stitch that you just skipped, half double crochet, chain 1, and as you can see, this is the end here where I joined the foundation chain. I'm not gonna chain 1, I'm not gonna slip stitch, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just going on and on and on. So you're gonna skip this, you start a new row. So when you have this, now is the moment, maybe before you finish the half double crochet and chain 1, to join a different color if you want. Yeah, but I'm gonna skip this and I'm gonna move to the next, and the stitch is right here. Yeah, so you're gonna go there and you're gonna do the same, half double crochet, chain 1. You know, you have the 1 chain space, so you're gonna work below that stitch and you're gonna do half double crochet, chain 1, and so on. And after this row, I'm gonna show you how to finish this. For example, you want to finish your work, because we're gonna have this 1 chain space openings. So I'm gonna show you after this row how to finish this to be closed, yeah, not to be open, unless you like with this, that will be fine. So like, you know, before we skip this half double crochet and we go through this stitch that we have there, and we're gonna do a half double crochet. You always work into the stitch that you skipped from the previous row. You chain 1 and so on. So you skip and you move to the next. Yeah, this is a very dense stitch. So you skip, you move to the next stitch that you skipped from before, chain 1, and so on. It's just 1 row repeat. And I don't think this is gonna eat so much yarn. So I'm at the end here. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, so this is before I joined. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna chain 1. I'm just gonna go to the next stitch right here, this one, before the skipped stitch. So right here I'm gonna do a half double crochet just to close the work and not to have this 1 chain space openings. So I'm gonna do a half double crochet, yarn over the hook, and now like before we're gonna go below to the stitch that we skipped, and we're gonna do a half double crochet. We're not gonna chain 1. So again we're gonna go to this stitch, this one here, and I'm gonna do a half double crochet. You go below through that stitch that you skipped to the next stitch. It's here, and you're gonna do half double crochet in each of them. So you go below to that stitch that you skipped, the next stitch, and you're gonna do like this, just to close this this stitch. No, come on, let me out. It doesn't let me. So you move to the next stitch. And you do like this until you reach the end. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you, I did a sample with, I had some yarn, that yarn I have to use just one strain of yarn. I have to use 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, and I choose to put it double, so 2 strains of yarn, and the stitch is really thick. Maybe it's too thick. So with that I use 6.0 millimeter crochet hook. So you go below there, close that, and you go to the next stitch, and you go below, and you close this this gap, unless you like. For example, for a hat you can go with the yarn around, and so this is the last here. So I'm gonna close that, 1 chain space, and then you're gonna go to the next. If you are to do a let's say a hat, and you're gonna slip stitch, and you go to the next one, slip stitch, chain 1, and then you're gonna cut the yarn and you close your work. Yeah? So it's like this. So if I turn, it looks like this. So you can see it's going like this. Yeah. So I did one, like I said, I did with a double strain of yarn, pink. So it's really thick. This one, it's really thick, and it's dense. You just cannot see through it. Yeah. You cannot see. So it looks like this with a very thick yarn, let's say. It looks really nice. Yeah, but it looks cute. This one, I think, for a baby hat, or I don't know, a bag. It's really thick. It's like that. I forgot the name of the stitch. With single crochet, that it's really thick. Yeah. Okay, well, give it a try. You might like this stitch, to do something with this stitch. Yeah. You can make double, well, and you can close it on the bottom. You can make like placemats or a carpet, and you just close here, and you have a very thick carpet or a rug. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.